their expression is different in male and female. Is it all right? So repeating once more, since these are different, autosomes are same, since these are different, the genes present, the sex-linked character, genes controlling the characters present on the sex chromosome, their expressions are different in males and females. When I explain, you will understand. So let us start with autosomal character. Autosomal character you have already done. Mendel's law, when Mendel's crosses I had shown, that kind of characters we call as autosomal character. They have dominant and recessive trait, same. Okay, in human, for example, tongue rolling. And non-tongue rolling. Okay, there are various characters, and it will be told, if in the exam it is asked, it will be told to you that which is a dominant character and which is recessive character. This is a dominant character, this is a recessive character. What is tongue rolling? You can roll your tongue into a tube-like structure. Is it? Some people cannot. Some people cannot, and they don't think that they have problem in speaking or anything. Just they cannot roll their tongue. Is it all right? So a person, this tongue rolling is a dominant trait. Is it all right? Like tall is a dominant trait, dwarf is a recessive trait. Same way, tongue rolling is a dominant trait, non-tongue rolling trait means character. Is it all right? And non-tongue rolling is recessive trait. Same way, earlobes. Is it clear? You will find two types of earlobes. All right. First kind of earlobe is like this. This part is called lobe. This part is called lobe. Okay? Okay. So you don't find, it is, this kind of earlobe is called free earlobe. Okay? And some people you will find the earlobe is attached like this. This is called joint earlobe. Just a type, joint earlobe. Earlobe. Right-handed and left-handedness. Is it all right? Right-handed, dominant. Acha, free earlobe is dominant. Joint earlobe is recessive. Right-handedness is dominant. Left, recessive. Is it all right? So like this, there are many. Having a dimple, dominant. Not having a dimple, recessive. So there are certain traits, there are alternation of a character. Is it clear? These genes are all present on autosomes. All right. So let us see autosomal characters, inheritance of autosomal character. How do we show? Not all are present on autosomes, but maximum genes, since there are 22 pairs of autosomes, so most of the genes are present on autosomes and their expression are equal in male and female. I'll just explain you what is the meaning. Suppose a man with free earlobe, is it, marries a woman with joint earlobe and they produce children. Here, one more thing. Okay? Free earlobe is a dominant character. Just now I told you is a dominant character, and joint earlobe is a recessive character. Which character will express itself? It is dominant. We are not expressing it as it is a dominant character, and this is a recessive character. Okay, that means the gene for free earlobe and the gene for joint earlobe, if both are present, then free will express itself, not joint. Is it clear? Okay, you know the meaning of dominant and recessive as we have done in Mendel's cross. This is dominant character. Whenever we write, we have to mention it is in heterozygous or homozygous form. Why? I am going back to Mendel so that you understand. If I take capital T, it is tall. If I take capital T, small t, it is tall. And if I take small t, it is dwarf. Okay? It is dwarf. Alright? So what do we see? There is no other option. With one particular character, no other options are there. Either both capital T, or both small t, or one is capital, one is small. So what are we finding? The dominant character can be expressed in both homozygous as well as heterozygous form. Repeating once more, what have we seen? That the dominant character, what is dominant character? Tallness. Is it clear? It can be expressed when it is homozygous. It can also be expressed when it is heterozygous. But recessive characters are expressed only when it is homozygous. In heterozygous form, recessive characters cannot be expressed. Is it clear? Okay. So here, that is the reason when we are showing recessive character, we know that it is homozygous. Without being homozygous, recessive character cannot be expressed. But when we are talking about dominant character, we have to mention it is homozygous or heterozygous. Is it clear? For the first example, let us take it is homozygous. That means the man has free earlobe, which is homozygous free earlobe. The man has. Is it all right? Now, since it is a dominant character, let us take the gene for free earlobe as F. If it is not mentioned in the paper that which alphabet you have to take, you can take F, you can take E, but you have to mention that this particular alphabet you are taking. But in most of the cases it is mentioned, the alphabet is mentioned that this particular alphabet you have to take. Is it okay? Free earlobe is, suppose we are taking F. And joint earlobe we take as small f. We take the same alphabet in lower case, in smaller form, that makes it recessive. So how do we show free earlobe? We show free earlobe as F and F. To control a character, there is a pair of gene. Right from Mendel's we are doing. Is it clear? And to show joint earlobe, we take F and F. Is it all right? So what are the possibilities of the children? They produce children. This man and that woman, they produce children. What are the possibilities of the children? Okay. So let us see what kind of gametes this man will produce. F and F. What kind of gamete this female will produce? Small f and small f. Okay. Okay. We show in a Punnett square. This is a sperm. All right. Okay. This sperm can fertilize this ovum. Okay. Or this sperm may fertilize, this sperm when released may fertilize this ovum or this ovum. This one may fertilize this one or this one. Is it clear? How do we show? Capital F, small f, small f. Is it? So here capital F, small f, capital F, small f, capital F, small f, capital F, small f. All right. So all the children, all possible children they will have. These are the 4 possibilities. It doesn't mean that they will produce 4 children. No, they can produce any number. These are the possibilities. Ye ho sakta hai. These are the possibilities. Okay. So capital F and small f. All right. Okay. So what will be the phenotype? How will the ear look like? What is phenotype? The physical expression which is genetically controlled. Is it clear? Physical expression means what you can see. Is it all right? So what are the physical expression of these children? They are all F dominant. Is it all right? That is, F is for free earlobe. All the children will have free earlobe. Okay. All the children will have free earlobe. Let us now see one more character. Let us see. Okay? Let us take, one thing I would like to say, that this cross what we have done, if it is just the opposite, I mean to say I had taken the male as dominant right now, but if I take the female as dominant, is it all right? The female has free earlobe and the man has joint earlobe. Is it all right? You see the cross, the children, there is no variation in the children. They are all F and F. That is what I was saying, irrespective to the sex of the children. Is it all right? The expression or suppression of the characters are same. Okay. Now we are suppose, now let us take another example. We take a woman now who has heterozygous free earlobe. Okay, and the man has joint earlobe. See, here I have not mentioned heterozygous or homozygous. Joint is recessive. So, joint, if recessive characters are expressed only when they are homozygous. Is it clear? So, it is understood that it is homozygous. How will we show the woman with heterozygous free earlobe? Capital F and small f. Heterozygous, not, that means they are not same. Capital F and small f. Is it clear? And man has joint earlobe is small f, small f. Alright. What kind of gametes will they produce? Will she produce? Capital F, small f. Alright. Since she is heterozygous. And what kind of gamete will he produce? Small f, small f. Alright. Let us see the cross. Capital F, small f, small f, small f. These are the sperms and these two are the ovum. Let us see fertilizing. These two fertilization may happen, or these two capital F, small f, or these two small f, or these two small f, small f. So 50% of the children, these two are capital F and small f, these two are free earlobe, okay, these two are free earlobe. Alright, how do we know they are free earlobe? Because there is a gene for free earlobe, there is a gene for joint earlobe. Free earlobe is dominant. So these two are free earlobe and this has to be joint earlobe. Why these are joint earlobe? Because both the genes are there for joint, and joint is a recessive character. Is it clear? Both. So what are the possibilities of the children? The 50% of the children may be free earlobe and 50 as joint earlobe. Is it all right? There is a question usually given in your book regarding the fur color of a rabbit. Is it of a particular animal? Fur color.